For years, communities have talked about land back, truth and reconciliation, reparations, and getting artifacts returned to their communities. It's not often that people in power actually honor these requests, but breaking news this week, the Vatican actually honored that request and returned 62 items to First Nations, Inuit, and Métis communities here in Canada. This is Hillary with TNN, and this is such an exciting development to finally see an institution like the Vatican hold up to their promises. Dozens of artifacts were received at the Montreal airport before they were brought to the Canadian Museum of History. They include an Inuit kayak that was elegantly hand-built from driftwood, sealskin, and sinew. And that is one of the major pieces that is going to be repatriatized. There were also other items on display, including a soup ladle, needle casings, and an ulu knife. It was reported that for a century, these were part of Vatican Museum's ethnographic collection, which is now known today as the Anima Mundi Museum. Of course, it's been controversial because of the Vatican and the Church's position in the residential schools and the colonization of these groups within Canada. So it's so important to have these pieces be given back to their rightful owners. What's also interesting about this experience is when the items were brought on display at the Canadian Museum of History, onlookers were actually allowed to touch them and have a cultural understanding and an education on how these items would have been used over 100 years ago and how some of them might have been modified to still be used today by Indigenous communities. I certainly hope that this is the start of something. I believe that museums and institutions do have a right to give back some of the pieces that they have acquired in horrible ways, or at least honor the ways in which they have acquired these artifacts. And it's nice to see an institution like the Vatican start what could possibly be a very big trend, especially given their history with the Indigenous communities.